What's up, guys, and welcome back to part 2 of my 190E build. Today we've got a few parts to throw on. We've got ignition lead wires, spark plugs, and we also have the neutral safety switch to get it to where it cranks reliably. We figured that out in part 1. Go watch that if you haven't seen it, as that to be the source of why the car wouldn't crank over. However, we're not going to be installing the safety switch today because the car's in the grass. It's been raining for about 7 days straight. The grass is nice and wet and soaking and muddy and stuff, so I don't really want to crawl around in the grass to install a part that we have a workaround for now. So we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to replace the ignition lead wires and the spark plugs. Like I said, I don't really expect this to get the car running. I really expect to have to drop the fuel tank, empty it, clean it out, clean the fuel filter, maybe replace the fuel pump, etc., etc., etc. But this is a step in the right direction. And also, if I can avoid doing that stuff as much as possible, that'd be great. If I can get the car to move even just a short, very short distance under its own power, it's going in the garage where I can work on it on a concrete surface. So we're going to replace those parts today. Like I said, I don't expect it to run, but who knows? Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Before we can actually drive it, first off, we have to get it running. Second off, it needs new tires. The tires are completely dry rotted and just horrible. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna replace the plugs, replace the wires, see where that gets us. I don't expect anything crazy. Also, if there's any brands or companies or anything out there that sell 190E parts and would love to sponsor bringing an old legend back to life, I'd love to work with you. Shoot me a message. I'd love to get some parts on this thing, get it up and running sooner. That'd be great. So we're going to go ahead and get the spark plugs replaced, ignition leads replaced. We're going to check the distributor cap while we're in there, might as well, and see what all we can get figured out on the ignition side. Again, I don't think this will get the car running, but it's a step in the right direction. And hopefully, if it does, we can go ahead and get it in the garage so we can take care of all the fueling issues. But until then, we're going to try this and hope for the best. Also, I am going to do a kind of video over, actually 2 videos. I'm going to do one video over the history of the 190E and why it's such a cool car and so special. And also as well, that will either be 2 videos where it'll be a 2-part video of me going over the history of the 190E and also what I want to do with my build, what my goal is, what I'm seeking here, because I do have ideas, I do have thoughts, of course, on what I'm going to do with the build and how I'm going to get there. But until then, we're working on the car. So let's get working. All right, so we're working on the ignition leads, and while we're doing that, I wanted to check the distributor cap. So it's got these 2, it's got a bolt here, a bolt here, and I thought it would come off, but no. There's a bolt way up under here. Fan's in the way, radiator's in the way. It's a pain in the butt. All right, distributor cap is off. So it looks to be in pretty good shape. It's not destroyed. It doesn't look great, but it's not destroyed. The inside is also okay. So we're gonna leave it for now. I probably will replace it before long, but like I said, right now the goal is just to get the car running so I can get it in the garage. So for now, it'll be okay. The cap, the suppressor housing, it's cracked there, cracked in the middle. Let's say it was cracked. It's cracked down there. It's pretty tore up, so we're gonna leave it off for now. Because we're going to obviously order a new distributor cap and all the internals and all that fun stuff, and new covers. Like I said, right now the goal is just to get the car running for now so I can put it in the garage. If I can get it running and put it in the garage, then it's good. Then it can sit and I can tear it all apart and go crazy on it. All right, we've got our 6 spark plugs. all of our ignition leads and the one that goes to the from the distributor to the other part. Mine's drawing a blank. Everything looks good. Those are all brand new, and we're about to put them on. Let's get those installed. Yes, that's not on. After I checked it, I just went ahead and left the suppressor cover off, just because we're obviously not going to be doing any street driving with it as is. If it does run, it's going straight to the garage. So, and this thing's all cracked and stuff, so it needs to be replaced. I'll probably go ahead and replace the distributor and everything as well while I'm doing that. But let's get those other parts put on, and then let's see what we got. So we got the spark plugs out. Yeah, there's only 3. I dropped the other 3 under the car on accident, so they're under there. I'll get them later. It's fine. But I did get to look at them all before I dropped any of them, and they are all black, which means running rich, too much fuel. We'll figure that out later. Like I said, right now we just want it running. Don't care about anything but running at the moment. We can address other problems later, but we've got those 6 spark plugs out. We're about to throw the 6 new ones in and run up our wires and see what we got. All right, new spark plugs are in. Now it's time for ignition leads. So when you install your ignition leads, typically you want to take a picture of them as you take them off, because there's a certain way that they're installed. I found a diagram before I took mine off, so I didn't take a picture. I'm just going to go off the diagram. But typically, yes, you want to have a picture or a diagram or something, because there is a very specific way that they are supposed to route. So make sure and follow the diagram for your specified engine. Don't just slap them in there however you feel like they should go. There is a specific way that they go. All right, that is ran. Got all those done, all 6 in, all 6 in here, and then the one leading back over here. So that's all been done. So question is, will it start? Like I said, I highly doubt it. I really don't think it will. But for giggles and grins, for content reasons, we're gonna try it. So let's see. No start. So it didn't start. It's not a big deal, because honestly I didn't expect it to. It says, according to the gauge, that it has about 1/3 of a tank of gas. As far as I'm aware, the car's been sitting for over a year. Maybe longer, maybe a lot longer. So the gas is probably bad. Could be a bad fuel pump, could be a bad fuel filter, could be lots of things. So that's the next step, is tackle the fuel system. See if we're getting fuel, see what the quality of the fuel is, see a million things. Probably need to drop the tank, clean it out, put some fresh gas in it, and go from there. So that'll be part 3. We'll tackle more. For now, those things are done. We know those things are good, and we can address the fueling and stuff soon. Like I said, next episode is going to be fueling, all that, just going through. And I might have some small mini episodes coming where I do some 3D design stuff that I'm wanting to work on for the car. But I may just upload those as kind of a short form little side thing, but we'll see. But thanks for watching this episode. I appreciate it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all the things. All the things help. Thank you for watching. Maybe next time she'll start. Fingers crossed. We'll tackle the fueling. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you so much.